Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. Gone through another year of very good trading because of one basic aspect of candlestick charts. They tell you exactly what investor sentiment is doing. So a question we always get asked at this time of year is, what are the best stocks going into 2023? Well, that's a question that can easily be answered, but not right now. And the reason for that is, remember what everybody was expecting these past few weeks of December? The Santa Claus rally. But this is where we always come back and say, let the charts tell you what investor sentiment is doing. As you can see, the market has gone absolutely sideways for the last couple of weeks, telling you there is no Santa Claus rally. And what we teach in the Candlestick Forum, and this is another question we always get asked, what benefits is there for being in the Candlestick Forum? One, it kind of illustrates what investor sentiment is doing, which is the most powerful aspect of what moves prices. So if we can see sideways using our indicators, which our indicator is the T line, that we can dramatically improve somebody's trading probabilities and analytical probabilities by knowing which trend indicators in combination with candlestick signals tell you when or when not there's a change of investor sentiment. We know we have candlestick reversal signals that need confirmation. So as you can see, the NASDAQ, after trading up positive today, still hasn't closed above the T line. That still becomes a very important factor. So what we teach people, excuse me, in the Candlestick Forum is, what are the indicators that tell you there's been a change of investor sentiment? What are the signals? And what are the confirmation for those signals? Notice today, the S&P 500 did close above the T line, but it didn't do it with a candlestick reversal signal. That still creates a lot of skepticism as far as what the overall investor sentiment is doing. And because the Candlestick Forum is basically a teaching forum, we can show different elements of indicators, with the biggies being one of them, like Amazon. If Amazon's trading below the T line, if Apple, Tesla, all the rest of them are trading below the T line, the assumption is the downtrend is in progress. So this is not rocket science. This is just common sense elements of showing what investor sentiment is doing based upon other indicators, such as the corporate bond index or a sector in itself. So once you understand this information, you get a much more powerful grasp of what is creating price movements or trend movements. We also teach, when you see a move like this, we use the RARE process. The RARE process is research analysis, reverse engineering. That if we see a candlestick buy signal with good indications there's been a change of investor sentiment, it only takes a matter of 15 seconds to go see what the news was that created this move. If this news is warranting this type of price move, that tells us there's probably a lot more upside, especially coming out of this indecisive trading stage. Or that if we can show people what patterns to recognize that is a buildup of investor sentiment, we're essentially putting our analysis in a situation where the probabilities are much greater in our favor that the result of a price move is going to be based upon what normally happens in human nature. The slow curve is one of your strongest indicators. There's a buildup of investor sentiment that's going to start a strong price move. Anytime we can identify or teach people how to identify when there's a breakout, like a fry pan bottom, whipsaw, stick sandwich, price move, and using the T line to tell us when that price move is going to continue, it allows investors to trade with much more accuracy, depending on the time frames they want to trade, of taking profits and getting back into a good trade. Fry pan bottom breakout J-hook pattern. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to identify when investor sentiment is building up, creating patterns that have worked very, very well in the past to tell you which stocks or which sectors are acting the strongest. The pattern, the confirmation, the T-line support constantly puts the investor in high probability trade setups. Works both on the bearish side as the bullish side. Today, we still get questions of, can we be shorting here? And the answer is why? This stock has gone from 200 down to 135. We recommended shorting it after we saw the doji shooting star failure at the 50, the gap down, closed below the T-line. That's what we want to help people identify is you want to be shorting here, not where most people think, oh man, this is going lower, let's short it here. We want to get people to start recognizing what the signals and patterns are that tell you there's been a drastic change of investor sentiment, that you have the potential of this price move instead of chasing the price move after it's already moved. All we're doing is identifying what human nature normally does, the patterns they set up, so that it's putting you in high probability trade setups. So this was a long answer to say, we can identify which sectors or which stocks are acting the strongest or the weakest. So which ones are going to act the best going into 2023? Very simple process. You can imagine right now there are money managers all over the world reassessing what they've done in 2022 and where they want to put their money in or which sectors they want to go into in 2023. Candlestick charts reveal that immediately on the first day of trading going into the new year. You can pretty much identify what everybody's or money managers' decisions were that they want to be in the first, at least the first quarter of 2023. These are just simple observations that have worked time after time. And once you learn them, now you're not at the whim at what the market is doing, what some sort of one analyst or what Kramer or somebody like that is recommending. Most analysts can't even come up with a consensus of whether today you should be buying Tesla or still selling Tesla, or buying Apple or selling Apple. The charts tell you exactly what to do. I hope you'll join us in 2023. It's not expensive to be on the Candlestick Forum. You get a heck of a lot of information and a lot of insights that will greatly improve your trading. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.